This is what I said 3 months ago. This is the thumbnail, and this is what I said in speed 1.5. Let's get it. Shit might happen, and you have fights yipping and yapping in your fucking mouth. So, right now, if I was Fundora, if I could get somebody on that top 15 list, I don't care if it's fucking the last one on the list, on the ranking. I don't care if it's number 15. Hey, I'll just put you and say, let's do this. Let's see if we can get this at the end of December. Get this at the end of December. Aerosmith's gonna have to wait on me, Fundora, because at the end of the day, you ain't doing a blasted thing at 154. Okay? Yeah, I know you're the cash cow, you're the face of Texas, yeehaw, and shit like that. But at the end of the day, you're always gonna be there. We don't got a date, we ain't got a trainer, we don't know what's going on with you. But I know what's going on with me. I'm about to lose my belt if I fight you. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to talk to WBO and say, listen, I'm gonna look for somebody in the rankings, and if it's a short notice, I don't know, training camps or whatever, I, as Fundora, would say I want to keep this belt, and I would do that. Okay? If he ain't fighting Crawford, that's the end of that. If he ain't ready to fight Crawford, and all right. So the top 15 here. Let's see. There you go. Number 5, Booker, WBO, Sebastian Fundora, Terrence Crawford interim, WBO. Who's in the top 15? Booker. Okay. So at the end of the day, what did Errol Spence say? I will fight when I'm ready. So we waited 3-4 fucking months. Well, not me. Well, yeah, the fans, but Sebastian Fundora, where the WBO sanctioned, said, listen, just top 15, just fight somebody, and we don't have to worry about this belt and all this crazy shit they came up with. Well, if you beat Errol Spence, you keep the belt. If you don't fight Errol, all this drama. It was fucking simple, my dog. Just fight the top 15, and you have the WBO. And Errol Spence, when he's ready, then he'll get on board. You see the thing I'm seeing about Errol Spence? It's the same thing I see with Keith Thurman and shit. Time wasters. Time wasters. And once they feel like they're bigger than boxing, they can do without boxing, and they could go on with their life with their wife or the flute or whatever that's going on in the Himalayas with Keith Thurman and shit like that. And reality sets in that you are nobody without fucking boxing. That's it. Now he wants to come back. Reality sets in, right? And I can see the same for Errol Spence. He needs to take a long vacation. Yeah, maybe by 3 years vacation to realize that reality is going to set in and that, well, you know what? Maybe he gives up. I don't know. But just like Tank Davis and all these people, they feel like they're bigger than boxing. They feel like because they are who they are, that people are going to keep, I don't get it. Boxing's who made you. Boxing bred you, bro. Okay? And when you put boxing on the hold and you're doing all this stuff, I keep telling people, no man waits on another man. No man waits on another man. And at the end of the day, what did Errol Spence say? I'll fight when I'm ready. I'll fight when I'm ready. Now, I don't know what's going on, because the thing about PBC, you get a gag order. So sometimes I feel for Tank. Sometimes I feel for Errol. And Errol showed a big example that he had to move on to make this fight with Terrence Crawford, right? And, I always say I like the smaller man beat the bigger man, because you got to put your heart into it, and the odds is always against you. So with Tank, this is not a Tank video. I just don't like how he moves and shit like that. But, man, I got no problem with Tank. But at the same time, I got a lot of problems with Tank, man. But I got to remember, I'm 52 and he's in his early 30s. And this generation is different from mine. And, the mouth goes on more than the action, okay? And, the insecurities and shit. We all had it at one time. So I'm just going to leave Tank alone. I try to leave this nigga alone. But you know what bothers me? Like everybody else, bothers them to have a channel. Terrence Crawford fans, Errol Spence fans, Tank fans. And when a fighter's wrong, I don't know what kind of fans that Tank had. Well, I do know what kind of fans Tank have that's infatuated him. Tank will be never wrong what he says. Right now, he says a whole heap of shit to Terrence Crawford. He's right. Everything he say, his fans think he's right. It's all what it is, man. But at the end of the day, all I care about the performance in the ring. And if these fights ain't happening, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time with Teamofimo, Ryan Garcia, sometimes Tank. I'm still gonna watch that fight with Roach. I'm not gonna buy it though. A couple other fights. Errol Spence. I'm tired of hearing drama about these fighters that's not even getting in the ring and setting dates. And when they do set dates, 1 minute I'm fighting Sebastian Fundora, 1 minute I'm not. 1 minute I am, 1 minute I'm not. This. All the cock blocking, getting in the ring, Sebastian Fundora. But then we can't figure out why you're not doing this fight. You had enough time, 2 years. But it's not the body, it's the mind. So even if the weight is lost the weight and he looking good, the mind ain't good there. Mind is head sick, no good, and he's not in boxing. So he might need some time off like Keith Thurman to realize that everything around you ain't no big deal but boxing. That's the way I see it. So I don't want to, I'm not even making a big deal about Keith Thurman coming back. But at the moment, Sebastian Fundora, he waited and he got that advisory of Al Heyman to wait because, you from Texas and Spence from Texas, and we're going to get Errol Spence on board and we're going to make a whole heap of revenue money because it's an AT&T stadium. We're going to make this and we're going to make that. Fine. So you waited and you waited and you waited. And they WBL gave you like 10 days. Look how long this shit is. So it's not like somebody's getting a paper brown bag under the table. Because look how long we waited. These rules are not getting regulated. Like, if you tell this man you got 10 days and now we all the way next year, what in the world have you been waiting for? What in the world have we been waiting for? We've been waiting for Errol Spence. Errol Spence got to get his shit together. Hope he do come back. But right now, I'm not going to keep talking about, man, they ain't doing nothing. I ain't going to do it no more. Well, I really don't do it. As you can see, there's a lot of videos I don't make about these boxers and their drama, okay? So I'm talking about what's going on with Sebastian Fundora. So he fought somebody on the top 15. So I think that belt situation is over with, that he got to do this. No. So all you got to do is fight somebody in the top 15. He's fighting Booker. And if he wins, he keeps the belt. And he has 2 belts. And when it's time to fight Terrence Crawford or whoever he's fighting, he has value. Those belts give him value. Not 1 belt, but 2 belts. Right? He's unified. So that brings him value to the table when it comes to his contract and what he wants. And that's what I was saying 3 or 4 months ago in my channel. Don't worry about Errol Spence. Worry about yourself and get a fight in and stay active. Because this is what's causing these boxers. They wait and they wait and they wait. They got baby mama drama. They got this drama. They got taxes. They got this. They got that. But they're not understanding. Get in the gym and do what you need to be doing. Determination and dedication. And what you got you at the bright lights. All this got you at the bright lights. Charlo is not Charlo because of Charlo. Charlo's because of Charlo because of boxing. Errol Spence is not Errol Spence because he is who he is. It's because of boxing. And these dudes is not understanding this. They get a little fucking limelight, and then all of a sudden they forget about boxing, and that's the end of that. And then they partying and having a good time, and they forget. All boxers do it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to check yourself. And there's only a couple people I see checking themselves. That's dedicated. Mayweather was dedicated. He always been checking himself. That's one thing I have with him. He's always getting ready. He stay ready. Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford. They never slack up on what make them who they are today. That's it. So, Sebastian Fundora, I'm glad to see that you about to fight Booker. I hope you're about to fight Booker, because at any minute, somebody just might cop block say, this man is ready now, or something will pop up. This is the era when you say, this fight's going to happen. Look at this thing with Ryan Garcia and Teamofimo. I think that fight's going to happen now. Before it was this one now. Every minute. This is something like women's characteristics. The drama that's going on in boxing is like women characteristics. Like, you don't know the mood of boxing. Nothing's set in stone. Sorry to use that example, but it is. I don't know how I feel today. Tomorrow's a different day. But maybe I feel this way. Everything is on how they feel and shit like that. Stay in the gym, my dog. And Sebastian Fundora, just keep doing what you're doing and get that fight in. And then you set at 154, you be staying unified and make a name for yourself. Now, he needs a lot of work. I I hope he's training with his sister. Like I always say, I'm more of a fan of his sister, right? Fighting. I like how she fights. I like her defense. I like her offense. I like her stance. I like she's southpaw too, but she knows how to use her reach and her range. She knows how to do these things, and it's gonna click. It's gonna click. I don't know who it's gonna click on. Maybe he needs to work on that on Booker, right? But his inside game, great with the uppercuts and all that. It's good. It's good. Good. But you gotta learn how to use your range and reach, and you're gonna be a beast. You will be, man, because you got some power and all that. But at the end of the day, just stay focused, and that's about it, man. This is a short video. I'm just glad that this guy is fighting somebody after we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and the brown paper bags be going under to the sanction body, and we always said 10 days. Oh, you got to do this in 10 days. If you don't, we're going to strip you. I'm like, yo, just strip him if he ain't doing it. That's the way I am. Yo, listen, man, ain't got no time, but it seemed like got extended time. Extended time. Damn, that's a lot of extension, right? But it's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. You know, have to learn how to read between the lines. One man was waiting for another. That's it. One man was waiting for another. And that man that was waiting for another was getting fucked in the ear about, come on now, wait for this man because he's going to sell and it's going to bring back revenue because y'all both Texas. Hee-haw. Well, look what happened. Errol Spence say, I'll fight when I'm ready. I don't know what's going on with Errol Spence fans and how they feel about that. I don't. I ain't got time for something that ain't happening. It ain't. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. It's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. I'll mix the lies with the truth with the lies. At the end of the day, you love lies and you hate the truth in reality. I'm out.